Joining us now in an exclusive interview is Cava's chair, Ron Shaich. Ron, always good to see you. So,
John, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Got a little cold coming on, but I think I'm going to make it. I'm wondering what you think of the outlook for Cava in this healthy category, which you outline as being high quality in 2025. And yes, I know you believe in the thesis and continue to, but you're adding stores in this environment. Is there anything with the consumer that concerns you at all?
No, I think we're always sensitive to the consumer. What the consumer cares about is value in the context of an experience. What Cava is offering is an extraordinary experience at a reasonable price. And what Cava really is, and I think it's why it's had this great run and why it's got the potential to actually be the next industry-defining company in this industry, the next Chipotle. I like to think the next Panera. The reason it has that potential is Mediterranean as a category is powerful. It's the #1 diet in America. Every time a doctor talks to you, he's talking about the Mediterranean diet. And Brett Schulman, our CEO, and his team have built an industry quality enterprise that has the potential to dominate this category. We're larger than our nearest competitor by a factor of 5x. And the reality is in the restaurant industry, it's a winner-take-all industry. Think McDonald's and Burger King, Chipotle and Qdoba, think Panera and Corner Bakery. And so ultimately, this is a powerful expression of Mediterranean. It combines digital, it combines in-store experience, and it ultimately represents an extension into hospitality.
Okay, so this year, looking at overall restaurant and food trends, casual dining hasn't done well, fast food hasn't done well, but actually a stock that's done better than Cava is Brinker International, which has Chili's and Maggiano's Little Italy. That sounds counterintuitive to me, given the overall trends. What do you make of it?
Well, I think I think its CEO and his team did an amazing job in developing a promotion that worked particularly well. It's people are talking about it, but ultimately the question for us and for me as a long-term investor, which I am in Cava, is its long-term trend. And I think, for my money, I'm betting on the long-term for Cava. I think it's an extraordinary category and an extraordinary execution of a brand within that category. It will dominate Mediterranean. If you believe Mediterranean is powerful, then you will believe in Cava. And what this consumer today wants is bold flavors, innovative flavors. They want things that get them excited in a context that feels healthy to them with real hospitality. And that's what Cava is.
I know it is a long-term bet. Of course, you are the chair. I believe you did sell some shares, a sizable number lately. You want to put that in context for investors?
Sure. I have $600 million of stock in Cava. Let's be clear. All right. I mean, the reality is I'm bullish. I think obviously we all have to diversify. It's part of my broader portfolio. But that stock, has taken a disproportionate percentage of my total portfolio. And in the context of that, my investment vehicle, which is called Act 3 Holdings, we made a decision to take a little bit of that off the table. But again, modestly.
$600 million does sound like a lot to me. I mean, in my portfolio, that would be a lot. So I guess I can understand.
Can you appreciate that, John?
I guess I can.
Would you say 600 million is bullish or bearish?
I mean, it sounds kind of bullish to me, but I'm just one guy.
In fact, I think the market perceived it as bullish because we didn't sell more when we could have.
Okay. I hear you loud and clear. Last time you were on, we talked about Starbucks and McDonald's. There was a health scare on E. coli at McDonald's having to do with the supplier. With the likes of Cava, how do you prevent that sort of thing from happening, or is it just inevitable?
No, first, listen, we're serving millions of customers. But the reality is we're keenly aware of what is the issues within food safety. We have a very serious team. In some markets, we have dedicated food safety people. We are as committed to food safety as you can be. We're going to do this thing right. We understand that the most valuable commodity we have is the trust of our consumers.
Is it harder or easier to retain workers?
Well, when you got a brand that's as good as Cava, when you got a management team as good as Brett and our organization, it's relatively easy. This is a winner-take-all industry. And when you're winning, People want to be a part of it. Investors want to be a part of it. Customers want to be a part of it. And we have that kind of momentum that's occurring at Cava.